So I was sitting here and a Prince song came on, and it seems like I listen to Prince 1999 every day, but definitely every week if it's not every day. I miss him so much. And I looked at the TV as the song was going off, and I thought, I don't want to listen to his songs anymore because I miss him so much, and I know that they took him out. And I'm mad. I'm still mad about it because it hurts. It's like, what is it called? Sad mad? Yeah, it hurts. So I said, Spirit, did they murder him? Did they take him out? And Spirit said, yes. Pentacles represents a yes answer. And it was a woman. It was an evil, mean queen, witch, evil queen bee, Spirit says, that took him out. And they under judgment. Because I feel like it's more than one person, like collusion here. Then I saw the death card at the bottom of the deck, and I was like, yeah, I know he died. I know. But then Spirit was like, no, look at the next card. Look at the other card. And I said, okay. So the death card, they wanted to kill him because they saw him as a romantic. They saw him as a king of wands. Someone who, knew how to use their wand in all the right places, and had the allure and the esteem and the clout, right? They wanted to kill that, or she did, for some reason. And then the next card was the Sun card. As if nobody knows this. Nobody is aware of this fact that they were perpetrating and pretending to be Prince in the spiritual realm, in the metaphysicals, in the dreams. Because what I got was Prince was asleep. His spiritual awakeness had been put to rest. He was resting. He was at a spiritual point where he was resting. He was not interacting with anyone. He wasn't, at his best health. So he was spiritually resting, probably forced though. Okay? Because Spirit is showing me medicine. Spirit is showing me the word medicine. I kid you not. Something with regards to a Six of Pentacles, someone trying to balance a situation about him being a King of Wands. It's like, they were like, I'll be damned if you've got multiple romances. That's how they felt, right? So they wanted to balance out this situation, and they were given to two people. But they couldn't have been given it to Prince. And when I say given, I mean like giving and receiving. It's a relationship. They weren't giving to Prince, the artist formerly known as Prince in his past or in present day when he passed on, because he was at rest. So who were they giving to? And then I saw Mr. One Night Stand. This was the person that was actually wearing Prince's mask. So King of Wands, possibly the same King of Wands that we talk about today, Leonard Travis Ferris, the Leo, also represented as a Taurus. He might have those two strongly represented in his birth chart. He also comes out as that. And what we have here is he was using his face, his image, his romance, his songs, his essence, his very nature, maybe even his soul, to have one night stands. I told you it was a Leo. I can't make it up. It came out immediately. A Leo who wanted a new beginning, a new false beginning. Spirit made a reference to false. I didn't even want to do this reading. I just wanted to know for myself. I wanted to know for myself. This masculine wanted the Empress, or whom he deems as the Empress, to have somebody moving in slowly towards her, not her friend Prince, who was in the Four of Swords energy, because he sees himself as her ultimate lover with the King of Cups card here. Who is it? It's this foolish energy, which is the Strength card, a Leo, wanting one night stands. But he wanted to approach her as a page because she knew, and Prince was a part of her spiritual tribe when she was younger, before she turned 18, before she turned 17 when she graduated. How do I know this? Because I'm talking about myself. See, he stole it. He recreated things that occurred in the past by watching and observing her in her dreams and her dream states and things of that nature and picking up on stuff, putting two and two together, even though two and two doesn't equal seven. Okay, that's what he was coming up with, 7. And then he lied and committed fraud with this 5 of swords against her and against him, against their will, without their knowledge, to put up illusions, optical illusions, delusions even, if you will, so that he could have many choices. That was his wish. Because he wanted the emperor, or he wants the emperor, whom she also knows. And so he invested many years, 7 years. He invested a lot of money, over $70,000 is what spirit just showed me. 70. That's how they show $70,000 he invested into this. Yeah, a lot of money for fraud, deception, identity theft, credit fraud, so that he could steal. And he used the Queen of Swords to do it. This is a military personnel who follows rules and regulations. So when they're playing around in the past, they can cause deception as long as they follow the rules. Then this masculine, as soon as he caught wind of the Empress's availability, whom was not an empress, he has now tortured her, belittled her, extracized her, ostracized her, romanticized her, falsified everything about her, documents, birth certificate, age, birth date, all right, so that he could leave her. You following what I'm saying? So that he could leave her in this romantic stage, and he can go off and become, or pretend the king to be the King of Cups, so that he can have a 2 of Cups divine union with whom? Don't we wonder? Who is it? Why is it being hidden with the High Priestess? Meanwhile, he still wants to hold on to the Empress, Octavia, in the past, and the now, and in the future. Hold on to her money. Ostracize her from her money. This man has made hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions, off of me, my energy, my essence, with the goals and the hopes of making the Hierophant Energy, possibly the organization he once worked for, the Department of State, to be SOL, or as I like to say, shit out of luck, with the 5 of Cups, so they no longer have any romance. He left to go participate in an evil principality with this 2 of Cups union, so that he can have or create an illusion and delusion of a fraudulent house here, a marriage even, so that he could conflict everyone to make them conform, okay? To conform. This is his conspiring, the manipulation, the gaslighting, the colluding, all right, if you will. Falsifying the past to bring it into fruition, because he wants her, and any fraudulent her, okay, because other people have pretended to be her in the past, to be some type of booty banker. He is obsessed with booty banging this woman, and he doesn't want anyone to know that this is what he does to her in the spiritual realm without her knowledge, without her awareness, because he allows other people to pretend to be her. When has she had access to even do such a thing in this man's presence? Possibly a hermit energy. William Burdick at API, IRM API, also at the Department of State, hiding things with the moon. Yeah, because it's Doctor Who. You know how Doctor Who carries that screwdriver? There you go. In one of these hands, that's what this represents. It's Doctor Who. Doctor Who is established, very well established in that office. And yeah, it's a lot of gossip and rumors and communication about this that's occurring quickly, fastly, is roaming throughout the spiritual dimension, Spirit says, about the star. I heard the roaming star. Who is a roaming star? We all would like to know. Who is the roaming star? Okay, we're going to clarify that. Who is the star? The star is whomever it is that's in this heavy burden, booty banging energy. But somebody is committing fraud here, right? So the Knight of Cups, as well as the Page of Swords, are her enemies because they're watching her being independent, single, elusive to their love offers, elusive and not wanting to succumb, or should I say surrender, to be in a relationship with either one of them. So they decided to move forward with something false. A false couple, Bonnie and Clyde, Gemini AI, false lovers, identity, so that they can commit fraud. And when I say they, I do mean they. There are several couples that follow along in this energy to commit fraud against her. For clout, for fame. Because see, what they've done is they've locked down, trapped every electronic device she has and made it what they want it to be. They've renamed my tablet on car. Or is it on in car? When I look at Facebook, that's what it says. Why? Because the IRM API office established, created, and made the database functioning and meta functioning of Facebook's API, Instagram's API. It's a reason why Zuckerberg and other such folks are getting fined the amount of millions that they are being fined for, and being found liable for the different circumstances that they have been charged with against young people. Because this is actually how they colluded. They used and they framed and scapegoated young people through fraud based on illusions that was occurring within that app. And then they effed around with the algorithm often and constantly to try to get that person to go into some type of depressive state, to try to make them commit suicide or off themselves, unalive themselves, because now they have to cover it up. So I look at it like this: if you allow them to make you, trust and believe they will break you. Look at Britney Spears. Look at Britney Spears. Look at Michael Jackson. He didn't even need them to make him. They just wanted to. Hey, came in as a friend. Hey, we got this for you. Oh, okay, yeah. Pepsi. What they do, they lit his ass on fire. You think that was an accident? I know you don't think that was an accident. There is no such way on God's green earth, or even on another freaking planet, that you would think that they would have a globally wide, world-known celebrity, musician, star, such as Michael Jackson, to come onto their set without having tremendous amounts of life insurance, of accidental and accident death policies. They made money off of injuring him. It's like a humiliation injuring ritual. They wanted to scar him. I heard they wanted to ban him. BAN. They wanted him no more. They wanted that fire to take him out, to consume him for money. I hope you don't think that was an accident. That was never an accident. His purpose and his goal, as I was saying, Travis here, Leo, him and Randall, see, they know her from her past, but they don't really know her from her childhood. They were there, they intervened, but it was more like an interference. And now he wants to cause her to be stuck in that energy, to cause the devil or her kind of having some type of passionate, lusty, something forward movement for her that's not so much as evil as it is desirable, but like fleshly desires, right? To have some type of tower moment because he doesn't want her to leave him with the Seven of Wands. I mean, I can't make it up. He doesn't want her to, his Queen of Cups, he sees her as the Queen of Cups. He doesn't want her to be known or seen as a Queen of Wands energy. Something that she is. So instead of her showing up, he is showing up as her, as a Page of Pentacles. Instead of her showing up and representing, the Knight of Swords is showing up. These different pages and Knight of Cups are showing up. The maintenance man, my neighbors, anybody I interacted with at the grocery store, things of that nature. Why? To cause her heartbreak. To cause her heartbreak to her new passionate start and beginning, because he seems to think that she should not have one with the Justice card coming out here. He's like, what do you mean she gets to move on from me? How dare you? I will unalive her first. I will backstab and betray her first. What I'm saying is true. Now what he has caused, I heard disease. Because like I said in my videos on yesterday and the day before, how are you in the metaphysical, in the matrix, and caught a effing sexually transmitted disease? A sexually transmitted infection even. How? You're not even real. So he's caused this malfunction, if you will. And what he's done is he doesn't want a woman to have normal sexual intercourse as a woman would have, which is possibly missionary, a man on top of her or her on top of a man. He wants it to be where the Ace of Pentacles is butt banging, booty banging. I heard booty banging is resurfacing. Booty banging is resurfacing. That's what Spirit just said to me. And notice that it's here under the moon. So you're only making money if you're butt banging at night, in the evening, which he is doing, which the Knight of Swords is doing, right? To leave her in some type of hanging man energy without the enlightenment, mind you. That's what this card represents. Where you see the moon at on this card. And if her legs and her feet are tied, then she cannot be sexually active. Do you hear what I'm saying? So that he can make money. They're making money off of this, off of ruining her status, her reputation, her love life, to make her wait while they juggle her. But look, Spirit said, 4 of Cups to you bitches and assholes out here doing that to a divine feminine, for being indecisive, for not choosing her, for not even wanting her to see her. Do you see how this person is blinded? And if it's their false reality and they're not seeing her, then how is she seeing them? She's not. I know it doesn't make sense, but it is what it is. He wants the fact that if she leaves him in this 3 of Wands energy, that she walks away from everything and anything. 8 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles. 8 of Cups, all of the love, the circumstances, the new businesses, the opportunities, not ops, and any and all money, all funds gone. Gone. Because he wants it to be about kids. He wants it to be about this false family. He has made this false family and this 10 of Cups energy the truth with the Ace of Swords. It's nobody else but him and them. Those are his counterparts. They're all false, including him. He killed Prince to do all of this nonsense. And I knew it the day he died. I had to pull over on the side of the road and just step outside of my car. And to be funny, it wasn't funny, but I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I wasn't the only one on the side of the road at that moment when it came across the radio and it said, the artist known as Prince has died. I couldn't even drive. I was so numb. I was numb. I was on the highway headed home. I had 4 states to go through to get to my home, to get back home to my kids, my family. And I was just stunned. And I think about him every day off and on because I knew at some point, if they're effing with me fraudulently, are they going to be able to F with my spirit tribe? And I knew it. I just knew it would cause some type of blur or false covering, of something. I knew it would mesh together, mold even. And it was wrong. And it was unnecessary. This masculine never said 2 words to me of his interest in me at all, not ever. He just played pretend and committed fraud, committed credit card identity theft when he was supposed to be my government manager at a contracting job that I had, and he was using and misabusing his rights, his power, and his authority to interfere in my life for his own circumstances at his own will. Oh, should I say, because he was bored? Because he could, while excluding me and lying to people, claiming that I had a tantrum, that I set things on fire, that I was a car, all of these different things, because that's what he thought in his delusional, traumatized mind. Some people should be put down like a sick animal. And I'm going to end this here.